Okay.
We're live everywhere.
Yes. Again.
Again.
Okay. Good. Hello. Good morning. Oh,
We're live on Facebook and Instagram
and YouTube. Again.
Here in the gogohanguk office.
Yeah, it's Friday.
We have our new t-shirts on.
Yes, both of us. We are both studytrip.com team now. Cool. It's February 8th, 10:30 a.m. Korean Standard Time. I wonder how about your time in your country now?
Thanks for joining us on our
She's happy birthday. 생일 축하해요. Good. Very good. Good to hear. As we already told you, this live video is about our study trip. That's why we wear all the studytrip.com t-shirts. Last time I only me wearing the shirt, but this time Nathan and I wear the t-shirt for promoting our studytrip.com programs. Like I said, the studytrip.com is part of our company, and this site is dedicated 100% dedicated our study trip. And if you are familiar with gogohanguk, is for long term, which means but you are studying like long term. But this studytrip.com, our program is 2 or 3 weeks program that including many things at once to save your time, energy. You can just book it and then come to us, and there will be many things including, which Nathan will explain you what's including in the studytrip.com programs. So before that, actually, we have programs with the summer course, News Korea, and autumn course and spring course. For now, this time we are, answering your questions if you have, of course, and we are preparing some frequently asked questions about the summer course this summer, and News Korea for those who are 14 and 17 years old. So can you tell me about what the programs are including?
Sure. So as Eddie said, we have sorry, YouTube for shaking.
Sorry.
As Eddie said, we have the summer course, which is for those 18 years old and older. And then we have the Youth Korea course for those 14 to 17 years old. So if you're in high school or maybe you're finishing junior high. And they're an all-inclusive package. They include Korean language lessons in the morning. And then in the afternoon, they include activities with us, the study trip, in this case, gogohanguk staff. And also they include your accommodation. And depending on which trip you go on, they can include other things, and depending on which package you choose. So for instance, for the summer course, there's 3 different packages you can choose. For the youth one, we offer just one package to give you the most for your money during the trip. And that includes a little bit more due to it being targeted for youth, for those in middle and high school. And then for the summer course, there's a little bit more wiggle room for which package you want to choose and which activities you want to participate in. Of course, we encourage you to do the gold package, regardless of what trip you are on, to get the most experience-packed trip during the summer. So we'll go through some frequently asked questions about both trips today, because most of the time, most of you will be emailing me and I'll be answering your questions via email, although there's many I get over and over again from just about everybody. So we thought we'd address all of those today, and hopefully you can reference these videos later when you have a question, and also, of course, studytrip.com. And just quick reminders about both of the study trips happening during the summer. We have literally only a couple spots left for each. The summer course is almost full.
Yes, we have 1 or 2 spots left.
Right.
And East Korea as well.
Yeah, only a couple spots left for both. So if you're interested in joining us, then please apply and at least pay the application fee as soon as possible, because we estimate we'll be completely full by the end of this month.
Yes, pretty sure. And yeah. And of course, Nathan will answer you in English if you contact to ask the study programs. But we have also staff in Spanish, in Italian. So if you're from those countries, you can communicate in Italian or in Spanish with the staff. That's the beauty of our service. And like I said, like Nathan said, there is only a couple of spots left. Also, if you are interested in, please contact us now, and then at least you can pay the application fee, and then the left, you can pay the end of the May. So to secure your spots, please contact us right now for to join this year. And also we have autumn course as well. So if you are thinking to coming to autumn, which would be the early October, then we are going to open the course quite soon. I will say the end of this month or early next month. So I will let you know when we open the course. And like Nathan said, you can choose basically the plans based on your budget, based on your budget and plan. So you can choose bronze to gold. So if you come before, then you can join the bronze or silver plan. Or if you come to this trip or to Korea first time, then you can join our gold plan, which includes all the activities and other services such as pickup service from the airport, and also SIM card and other stuff. And yeah, this is for the live show for answering your questions about study trip programs. However, if you have another general questions, feel free to ask us anytime. So we are trying to answer you all the questions here.
Yeah, there's already a couple of questions here. So if you've applied for the summer course, then in terms of the payment deadline for both the summer course and the Youth Korea course, you have until May to pay everything. And if you've applied, then I've told you what the deadline is. So if you apply and you initially pay the application fee, then you have until May to pay the balance, which we will let you know. We can invoice you via PayPal or Stripe, or you can pay via wire transfer. And that's for both the youth and the summer course. And if you apply and decide not to pay anything, you don't pay the application fee, same thing, you can again pay by PayPal or bank transfer. And I'll email you what the options are. And the deadline to get everything done, the payment and the application, is May. But as we said, we're almost full. So probably by May, it'll be full anyway. So I encourage you to pay as soon as possible. If you've already,
now,
yeah, if you can pay now. So if you've applied and you haven't paid anything, not even the application fee, then at least pay the application fee as soon as possible, because we'll cut off the applications once we have our slots filled. And yeah, no problem.
So there would be two payments. So first thing would be application fee, which would be $200.
Mm-hmm.
And the other is for based on your plan, like gold plan, bronze plan, silver plan, and based on your choice of accommodation, there will be following payment. So for now, we urge you to, we recommend you to, pay at least the application fee to secure your spot this summer. And then we can discuss more details, with you, with emails, how you want to pay for the left. So yeah.
And another question was the ages you can join. We already mentioned it, that the summer course is for those 18 years and older, and then the Youth Korea course is for those 14 to 17 years old. if you, for some odd reason, don't fall into those categories, then contact us and we can advise you depending on your situation. But we do try to keep the ages for the trips to those age ranges. When I applied to, we have another question. If Dorian Joseph, if you have specific questions and I haven't already responded to you via email, then go ahead and email me again. If you've applied through us, then I probably have been emailing with you already. Just, it sounds like your situation is maybe a little unique to you. So just send us an email, info@gogohanguk.com, and I can take care of you.
Because we just had the national holidays, Seoul, so you may not be not getting the reply from our staff, but we will for sure we'll be contacting you to support you. So it's Monday to Wednesday, right?
Monday through Wednesday was
so not just only our office, but also like whole Korea staffs working for those 3 days. So it's quite common not to get any reply, but we are going to try to answer you as soon as possible.
We'll go through the FAQ more. Some people ask if you need a visa to join the program. Generally, no. It depends on your nationality, but we can, of course, advise you based on your nationality on if you need a visa. So for instance, like if you're a citizen of Canada or Australia, New Zealand, US, the EU, and a bunch of other countries, they don't need a visa to come to Korea for a short term. So most of the time you won't need a visa, but you will need a passport. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a passport, then please apply for one as soon as possible if you've already applied for the trip. I know for, say, the US, it can take upwards of a month or longer to receive a passport. And especially the government was shut down recently, so maybe it'll even take longer. So please apply as soon as possible for a passport if you do not have one. And some people ask why go on a study trip rather than another program, or rather than doing, say, a term during the summer at our language schools. Many people that do the study trips, they want to have kind of a first overall experience with Korea. They want to get exposed to not only studying, but different activities and things to do with a group. Granted, when you study in Korea, you will be with your classmates, but school will be your main focus, while the study trip includes a lot of other things that just going to regular language school may not include. And also it includes, of course, your accommodation and us to support you with the activities. And if you need any other help besides that, we're more than willing to help you. And the Korean language lessons, you'll be studying very close to the Gangnam area.
Which is famous.
Which is, yes, a very famous area. Yes.
All the amazing restaurants.
Right. There's food, there's nightlife, there's shopping, and of course the famous song that's kind of old now, actually.
Quite old.
But Gangnam is still very, very famous and still one of the most popular neighborhoods in Seoul.
And expensive.
Yes, it's known for being
Very
expensive. But don't worry, you don't have to break the bank when you come on a study trip.
I mean, in short, that is one package you can experience many things, and then all the things except the flight, fare, everything is including. So you can just bring your you can just book it, buy the flight ticket, and then bring some money to buy souvenirs.
Right.
That's pretty much.
So no, we don't need to see your grades or anything like that. It doesn't matter as long as you meet the age requirement. The school we partner with runs just programs throughout the year, and they accept anyone just based on kind of their age and as long as they can come to Korea. So even if you're not a very good student, it's okay. Or if you're a really good student, that's okay too. Your overall grades in your current academic institution don't really matter.
There's no need
to submit anything.
Yeah, it's very simple and easy to do.
Right.
So
as Eddie said, as long as you just buy the flight and you pay for the study trip fees, you're good to go. So people ask where to fly into. Our study trips are based in Seoul, so you can fly into Incheon International Airport or Gimpo International Airport. Both serve Seoul. Incheon is by far the bigger airport, so you probably will find more flights into Incheon. However, if you fly into Gimpo, that's perfectly okay too. We do have times that you should arrive by on our study trip website. However, if the flights you find out of your hometown or home airport don't meet those times, then just let us know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of you do sign up for the package with airport pickup. So we just want to make sure we can provide that for you based on the time you arrive. Most of the time, it's not a problem.
And also, the reason that we set up like arrival and departure time is just because it's like in the summertime. So summertime has lots of like visitors, studying in the school. So that's why we want you to be like that day or leave that day and like certain times. Otherwise, there would be some plans in advance. So you need to tell me and try to be the time. However, if you cannot make it, please let us know as soon as possible so that we can arrange or we can answer you what kind of option you have.
Yeah,
basically.
And yeah, yes, we run the study trips every year. All the updated information will be on studytrip.com. And of course, ours are run by us, gogohanguk, here in Korea. But you'll see our sister trips in other countries as well, and they run annually. So granted, the trips may change a little bit year to year, but the general time period and the type of trips we run is the same. So if you can't come this year, or if you couldn't come last year, then please, we hope you apply soon, and we'll see you here in Korea. And in relation to that, some people ask what kind of promotions we run for either discounts or similar. So right now we still have our friend promotion. So if you and a friend signed up together and you both come, then you can receive $50 off. Both of you can. So that's the current promotion we're running now.
And also, it's not just only two people.
Right.
So if you bring like 3 or 4, each of you guys will have the promotions.
Right.
The discount.
And we do run other promotions depending on when you sign up or different partnerships we have. So keep an eye on, of course, studytrip.com for that.
And also we have our SNS, gogohanguk SNS will update you if we have any promotion or news or new trips,
right.
Like we did this springtime. So keep an eye on our SNS and studytrip.com SNS.
And another question we get a lot, more from your parents than anyone else, is how safe is the trip and who's supervising us? So you're looking at them right now. We'll be the ones supervising you. Eddie is the country manager here, and I'm the international student coordinator. And of course, we have our other coworkers who are Spanish and Italian. And yeah, we'll have an activity coordinator for the trips as well. So as you can see, we're real people. We're not just robots behind a screen or something. And you're supervised throughout the trip, especially for the Youth Korea trip. At school, you of course have the teachers and staff. During meal times, you're either with your homestay family or us. And same thing with the activities, either you're with our activity coordinator or us. So adult supervision is provided at all stages of the trip. And the homestay families, they are certified by the government. They host many different people. Don't worry about if they're unfamiliar with hosting foreigners before, that's what they sign up to do with the government. And also, of course, we've been doing this for many years. So we have the experience to handle different situations that may arise. And if there is something that you're concerned about, just let us know.
So simply, only time, especially for the Youth Korea student, only time you are going to be alone would be in the airplane.
Yeah.
So we are going to pick up you from the airport and bring them to the homestay. From the homestay, you are going to stay with them during the time without activity or studying. And then when you do studying, you are going to be surrounded by the teacher, staff. And then after that, we are going to go into the school and then get you guys to bring to the activity place. And then after that, you guys will go to the homestay again. So it's going to be cycle. And the activity for the youth Korea is like every day, right, including weekend. So pretty much all the time you are going to be with us, with me and activity coordinator or other person.
And on the summer course, since you're an adult, like if we give you a little bit more freedom, not as many activities, so you can have time to explore by yourself. And the youth trip as well, you will have a little bit of time, of course, coordinating with your homestay family for free time. So you do get a little bit of freedom to do things outside of the
shopping,
shopping or sightseeing that we don't do together.
And sometimes, often they meet like Korean friends.
Yeah.
So some of them already in Korea before. Then they have like some connections, friends staying in Korea. So they time to time they met, which is very good to see. You know.
Right. And I saw another question up here. So most of the homestay families, they can host like 2 or more people. It'll really depend on the homestay family's capacity. Some can host 1, some can host 4. It depends on their home and what accommodations they have. But you'll be assigned a family, and also you'll get their contact information in advance and like their location. So you can even send them an email or something before you get to Korea, and also find the directions from the homestay to the school.
Either the study summer course or youth Korea, you are going to have your own room, even in the like same homestay. Each of you have like one room.
Bedroom.
Yes, unless you have like special request.
And relating to that, so the accommodations for the youth are homestay only, and then for the summer course, you can either choose a mini studio or a homestay. The mini studio,
no accommodation,
or you can pick your own accommodation. You can provide it by yourself. You don't have to get us involved at all. The homestay is going to be a short ride on public transportation. However, the mini studio is normally within walking distance of the school, and there's a little price difference. So you can choose what you like. And for the summer course, it's up to you. And for the youth, we do homestay with everybody, and the past year's participants have really enjoyed it. So we believe that's the best solution for the youth at this time. We have some more questions. Do I need to pay for my own food, or will the homestay family provide it? So for the Youth Korea trip, breakfast and dinner are provided at your homestay family, and lunch is provided during the days with us.
Yes.
And for the summer course, if you choose a homestay, then your breakfast will be provided. And if you choose the mini studio, then it'll have some basic food like rice and ramyun and maybe eggs or something like that. But otherwise, food is on your own, except if we do an activity where a meal would be provided, like we do a group dinner or something like that. So
making bulgogi.
Yeah, or we go to a cooking class.
After making bulgogi, you are going to have like a kind of lunch or dinner dish together.
Yeah, so Youth Korea, don't worry about your meals. Just bring extra money if you want like some snacks or drinks outside of the meal times. For summer, of course, then bring money for your food, your meals.
And once again, this is AMA. Ask me anything about the studytrip.com programs. However, you can ask general questions, and then we are going to answer all your questions.
And let's see, we'll go through more of the FAQ here. Some people ask, like, where is the school, and is it far from our accommodations? And the school is located right next to Gangnam Station in the Gangnam area, so it's very conveniently located. And if you're staying in the homestays, those were like, last year they were normally like 20 to 30 minutes subway right away. depending on where the family lives. And if you're in the mini studio for the summer course, then you could actually walk to the school if you wanted to. If it's really hot outside or raining or something, then it's a short, like one bus stop or subway stop away. So it's very close. Also for the youth Korea course, we provide you with a public transportation card. So you don't have to worry about that. For the summer course, you'll have to charge it. However, we can give you a card.
So you can use it.
Yeah. And another thing that, we have another question. So yeah, the host families will speak other languages than Korean. If not basic English, then some of them speak other languages as well. So don't worry about that. And if you do have some type of communication problem with the homestay family, then just let us know. Even call us or call us or something, then we can figure it out.
For the homestay families, they have been doing that a lot of time, for many years. So although they might not be able to speak English or other languages, at least they can communicate you, with goodwill, So you don't have to worry about the communication problem. However, like we said, if you have any problem, let us know so that we can solve it as soon as possible. And then we ask you guys to make Kakao ID just because of those kind of problems. If you are in the airport, if you are in the school, if you have urgent matter, then we can communicate right away with Kakao message, and also we can later on we can share the pictures, those kind of benefits.
If you've applied and have paid and you're just kind of, as of May, told you that you're just waiting for more information, I'll send a big email to everybody later, either late spring or early summer, to give you more information on what we still need from you, and like Eddie said, to make a Kakao Talk ID and things like that. So thank you for your patience in advance. And someone asked, what are the SIM cards for? If your cell phone is unlocked and
country unlocked, please.
Yeah, country unlocked, then most of them can use the Korean SIM card. There were some issues in the past depending with your carrier. So I would contact your cell phone carrier in your home country before you come here to make sure your cell phone is carrier and country unlocked. A lot of them are these days, or you can call your carrier and get it unlocked before you come. And that's also for you to have data access, and also in case you need to make a call locally.
And also gold plan for the summer course and Youth Korea will be provided the SIM card so that you can use it, from the first day at school.
Okay.
So we are going to meet you for the first day at school, and then doing some communicate orientation. With the orientation, we are going to give you the SIM card, the transportation card, so that you can use it right away.
Okay. Someone asked how much cash do we need to bring for the summer course?
Totally depends.
Yeah, this really depends on you. So for instance, I know some people, they don't eat breakfast, or they only eat a big lunch and don't eat a big dinner or something like that. But in general, say you want to go eat some pastry at Perry Baguette, which is a bakery chain here, maybe it'll cost you $1 or $2 US dollars, for instance. And then coffee could cost anywhere between $3 and $5, $4-ish. And then lunch, you can eat really cheaply. If you want to go to a Korean restaurant and have bokkeumbap, it's $5 or $6, or maybe even less. Or kimbap is $3 or less, or something like that. And then dinner, it really ranges what you want to eat. Again, if you just want to go to McDonald's and eat for $5 or less or something. So if you budget kind of like that per day for at least food, then after that is just spending money, whatever you want to buy, shopping, souvenirs, clothes, or what have you, makeup, whatever it may be. And also public transportation. So that'll be, it really depends. If you're just riding the subway to and from school and you're going to walk everywhere else, or if you're going to want to kind of bounce around and see more of Seoul. If you have specific questions about how much to bring, depending on what you want to do, then email me and let me know. info@gogohanguk.com
or info@studytrip.com.
Yeah, either one. We'll get your email either way. Is it better to? So it depends. If you're a gold plan person, we're going to give you a SIM card anyway. If you want to rent a Wi-Fi hotspot from the airport or something, that's completely up to you. So maybe you can't unlock your cell phone, for instance, or you have another. You'd rather have the Wi-Fi hotspot, then that's completely up to you.
I believe it's quite cheap. Like per day, you need to pay like $5, I guess.
Yeah,
For
I
the
mean,
day.
there's a lot of providers in the airport these days, so you can search up whatever would be appropriate for your budget. Speaking of, sorry, this is a long question. Someone asked about souvenirs and such. Okay, well, for the things that you buy, like for instance, you want to buy food, so you have to check for your country you're going back to, like the customs rules. Many countries don't allow like fresh fruit or vegetables or plants or seeds. Of course, there are things like firearms and weapons and explosives you probably shouldn't fly with. So if you buy like, if you have a question about like things you want to purchase here in Korea, then just let us know, and also check your country's customs rules. Right. If you want to buy like duty-free stuff, then of course there's a limit before you're going to be taxed on it. So if you want to, go buy a Rolex and duty-free, then of course that's going to probably be over your duty-free limit. Or you want to buy designer sunglasses or something, then that's up to you to double check. And for Korea, at least, we can let you know, like if you're bringing stuff into Korea, but if you're taking it out of Korea, then you want to check your home country's customs rules. So that just depends on where you're flying back to, where your home is. If you choose, well, we got some more questions here. If you choose to study and you do not speak, what do they do? If you don't speak any Korean for the study trips, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can be a complete beginner, or you can be an intermediate or advanced speaker. You'll take a placement test anyway. And if you're walking around Seoul and you're going to like a restaurant or something, probably a good majority of the time you can still survive without speaking any Korean. There'll be pictures, or there'll be a foreign language menu if you're in a very touristy part, especially like in Gangnam or Myeongdong or anywhere like that.
I would say like half of the former attendees, they were the like beginner, like very beginner. So I believe they are also like same as you. So they came to here to do the level test and to join the Korean course. Yeah. That's the kind of purpose of this trip, because you don't have like many skills, many Korean skills. So then we can support you like for the like accommodation, school, and also the activities. Okay. So that's why this program is good for those who never come to Korea and a little bit afraid of go by themselves, because our trip is like all around the world. So you are going to meet like a bunch of people from all around the world. So then it's not just only like an end here and in Korea, but also you are able to like make another friends from the France, from the like German, from the like US, Italy, Spanish countries. That's the kind of beauty of this program as well, the benefits of this program. Yeah, 2 of our participants from like last year, I believe they met up later after the trip, 2 participants from Europe. So as Eddie said, you can make a bunch of friends from all over the globe and hopefully see them later after the trip. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the thing, There's another. So if you have, as we mentioned earlier, if you have friends in Korea, then during free time, it's up to you what you do. You will be in Seoul though, so if you're like say a summer course participant, then you have a little bit more free time than if you're on the Youth Korea course. But if you're on the Youth Korea course and you have some friends, family friends or parents' friends or whoever that live in Korea, in Seoul, then you're free to meet them if you have the free time. But of course, you need to tell us in advance for Youth Korea course, so that we know you are going to meet them where. Yeah. So we probably recommend them to meet you at the like nearby homestay, some cafe.
It'd be easier if they came to you rather than you going to them, depending on where they live. Because even in Seoul, in the Seoul area, and the province around Seoul, it could take you like 2 hours to get like from point A to point B. So because maybe you've never been to Korea or you're new to Korea, and if they live here, then probably it's easier for them to come to you rather than you go to them. And safety-wise, that'd probably be easier. So you can stay near your homestay family, and they can figure out.
So basically, like commuting in Seoul, like commuting like 30 minutes or like 1 hour is quite common. To go to work, to go to like school, it's so common. Like 30 minutes, like 40 minutes, it's very common. It's a big city, so crowded, many people.
And someone asked if you have free time for the summer course, can you take a day trip somewhere? Yes, someone did that last year. And
even Busan.
Even if you want to like take a train or something to Busan, a day trip to Jeju may be a little challenging logistically, but if you'd like to, then you can do it. Busan is a little bit easier. So if you have the free time, as long as you like let us know, so we don't think you got lost, or if you have trouble, then we can know where to find you.
Of course, if you have a special plan, we will encourage you to do so. You may miss 1 or 2 hour activities. However, if you want to meet like your friends in Jeju or in Busan, in other cities, I mean, that's the thing. That's the more important thing.
Right. So if you want to go to Busan, that's fine as a summer course participant. Then there's plenty of trains or buses.
I mean, Busan is my favorite city in Korea, so I love Busan.
And again, you're here with Nathan and Eddie. We're talking about our study trips.
Summer course,
summer course and youth Korea course. And most important question is like, how do I book the trip? I see a lot of emails from you. You were on studytrip.com, and then you asked me how to book it. So I'm maybe you just didn't find the correct page. But if you go to studytrip.com, and then you'll see at the top there's a menu bar, and at the menu bar you'll see our different countries. So all you need to do is go to destinations or study trips, and you can see Korea. So if you click on Korea, and then it'll bring up all of our different trips.
And you choose whatever
so for instance, you want to go on summer course, just click on that one. You go on the Youth Korea one, you click on that one. So if you click on our smiling faces, or say the summer course, you can click on the big green button that says choose your plan, and it'll shoot you down to the plans. And then you'll see the big green button that says book now. So based on the plan you choose, and then you can just click book now, and you'll go to the application. And then after that, it'll shoot you to the application fee. Granted, maybe you don't want to pay it now, but that's fine. We'll get notified of your application anyway, and we'll follow up with you then. So it's really simple. And of course, all the important information is also there on studytrip.com, such as the dates and the application deadline, the pickup information, the age limit for the course, like do you have free time, the dates for the accommodation, and all those details. So I'd probably say like 90% of the information, 95% is on studytrip.com. And for the extra 5 to 10%, then of course you can contact us.
I mean, it's totally fine if you have like more questions. We are happy to help you to answer your questions.
And I saw a question. If you go on the study trip, how long are you in school? You'll be in class for about 3 hours per day. And
Monday to Friday?
Monday through Friday. So we think you'll get a good exposure to Korean through that course. It may seem like a long time to you, but the class really does fly by. Of course, they give you like breaks during the course, right? So you're not like sitting for 3 hours total. And they are quite popular. You'll get exposed to, of course, all the facets of learning language, listening and reading and speaking and writing, grammar, vocabulary, all those things.
So basically, you are going to study at Lexis Korea, which is our private partnership private school. So we have like very good feedbacks from before, what Alexis does for the like studying learning Korean. So we are very positive, very confident.
Confident, yes.
Confident for you to study at Alexis Korea for 2 or 3 weeks. So both Youth Korea and summer course will be studying at the Alexis Korea, which is located in Gangnam area.
And someone asked on Facebook Live on the chat, do we need to share the flight information with you? And yes, please. And please share the whole itinerary with us, not just the dates or the times or the airport, but especially like the flight numbers. Because, for instance, Incheon has 2 different terminals, and we'd like to know all the details, the airline, the flight number, the time, the date, all those things, because that makes it much easier to find you. For instance, if you say, oh, I'm coming on, July 7th at 2 p.m., well, there's probably at least 50 flights that arrive, at 2 p.m., around 2 p.m. on that date. So please be as specific as you can. If you just want to forward us the flight itinerary or copy paste from wherever you booked the flight, that's perfectly fine. We'll have a big spreadsheet of your flight information so we can meet all of you accordingly. I know that some of you have asked that, and you can email us everything. That's the best. Once we start getting your application form and then I reply to you, then just email us the rest of the information, because we're going to need a color scan of the photo page of your passport to enroll you in school, your flight information, and some other things from you. So just email us all of that once we ask for it, and you'll be good to go.
Especially those who, for Youth Korea, because, and also like a summer course for gold planners, because we are going to pick you up from the airport. So it's like essential for you to let us know in advance so that we can find you, get you, and then bring you to the homestay or like a mini studio or other destinations.
And the airport pickup time, the window is 9 to 4. However, if you find a flight itinerary from your home airport that doesn't fit that, just let us know and we can advise you, depending on what times are available for you.
So that we can speak with the pickup guy and the homestay or like the other, accommodation owner, so that, we tell them like you are going to be on that day at that time, so that they can prepare, for you, for the meeting, basically.
Yeah. And let's see, someone asked on Facebook Live, if you're studying, can you work part-time? For the study trips, they're short-term, so during the study trip, you won't really have time, and I doubt you want to work while you're having fun in Korea.
Yes.
But if you're a long-term student with us, like say you're studying for like a year, then yes, you can qualify to work part-time. After 6 months. So if you get the student visa for studying Korean, then after 6 months, you can qualify to find part-time work. And as a reminder, you're a language student first. If you have a student visa, you're not there to work, you're there to study. So that's why you can only qualify to work part-time and only after you first study. Because if you get here, you speak no Korean, it's not a good idea to go into the workforce without knowing the native language here in Korea. So that's why the immigration makes you study first.
And also, like some countries have like working holiday visa between the country and Korea. So that's another option for you to have a look, so that you can work and study at the same time.
Another question: will we get a schedule or packing list? Yes, you'll get both. The specific schedule for like the day-to-day you'll receive when you get here. However, we can send you a packing list in advance, and also like a very general schedule. Like basically your schedule for each day will be, you go to school, you have lunch, you go to an activity, and then you go home. So that's basically the schedule every day. As to like where you're going to meet and at what time for what activity, we'll tell you that when you get to Korea. Some things we have to reserve in advance, or some things based on weather or something out of our control we may have to change. So probably like the day before, we'll send you like an updated like, hey, we're going to meet at this subway station, or we're going to meet you after class. Yeah, exit, blah, 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 at what time. We'll be done by 5 p.m. or whatever. So we'll give you a more specific schedule when you get here. And that'll just be depending on the activity and what day of the week it is and all those things. Who's going to KCON? Probably both of us.
For New York, yes.
Yeah.
For both of us, but the LA is
maybe me. I don't
know. Because I will be here to support you actually for the study trip programs. So I believe like Nathan will be in the LA, but both of us will be New York for this time. Yeah.
Yeah. So and on that note, if you're one of our former students and are going to either one of those New York or LA KCON, then let us know.
You can visit our booth.
Yeah, we'd love to see you. I know that's happened at LA. I saw some of our students there
last year.
Which was great. Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Hope Kakao was there this year as well. And for the let's see, we already answered that question. If you have any other questions, let us know.
Before
we have about 10 minutes or 15-ish minutes left. 10 minutes.
Right. 14 minutes.
Yeah.
What far before? Anything we didn't? Okay.
I think we answered most of the questions. If you have other questions, and please feel free to leave them in the respective live video chats.
Yeah.
And
if you can give us your email address, much better.
Yeah. Or if you email us, that's also great.
Because we tried before to answer your questions from the live feed, but it's sometimes we are not allowed to do that.
Yeah, on Facebook you can go back to the comments and directly reply, but say on YouTube you can't. They just show you the chat, but you can't reply back.
Yes.
And same with Instagram, it's hard to get back to you directly. So yeah, let's see. Oh, we have another question. After I pay for the application fee, you have to pay the remaining balance. Yes. So actually, we can either have you pay the balance due all in one payment, or we can split it up like 50-50. It's actually disadvantageous to you to send us like multiple payments, because you're going to be paying either foreign exchange fees or fees from your bank or from PayPal or whatever. Same thing for us. So either paying all at once, or we can split the payment into 2 payments. That's how we can get the rest of the balance. So again, you have until May to pay. So if you need a little bit more time to save money, then you have a couple months.
Does OMG still work with you? No, not for last year or this year. Medicine, sorry.
Yeah, if you have other questions about payment, then just let us know.
OMG was our former activity coordinator. So what activity coordinator does, so she or he will guide you to the activities, and then tell you like what kind of things, information of the place, or what things to do, and some famous place nearby the activity place, so that you can go there like by yourself or like with friends later. So not just only like us, but also there would be leading activity coordinator, and then bring you guys to there and then support you for many things.
And there's another question. If you relating to your Korean language, if you're a beginner, and that's completely fine. If you know some Korean, also completely fine. You'll take a placement test anyway. So either study trip is fine for you. In terms of the language course, you don't have to worry about like being in too hard or too easy of a course. You'll be taking a placement test anyway to place you in the right level for your ability. The vast majority of our students are maybe complete beginners or maybe very low intermediate, depending on what they've been exposed to or what they've studied before. So you don't have to worry about like what your language ability is. Already answered that. Already answered. It's for the study trips are for anybody. So it doesn't matter if you're a current student, if you've not been to college or whatever, if you're currently in high school, then of course you can do the Youth Korea study trip. If you're 18 years and older, then you can do the summer course or our upcoming autumn course. And it doesn't really matter what your educational background is. And we have a question on, so if you've done the study trip before and you come back and you want to do it again, then let us know. We can probably do some type of promotion for you, depending.
Yes. We never thought about it actually.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, like we are welcoming our like former students for not just only like our study trip, but also like long term.
Yeah.
So many people from before, you know, they join our study trip and then they come as a long term student. You know, that's quite common. You know, that's the reason that this program, our study trip programs, you know, you can just taste how it looks like and experience all the cultural things and Korean, like short Korean courses, and you can feel, oh, this is for me, you know, and then you can decide, oh, then I want to study longer, or I want to do this, I want to stay this city, that city. So it's totally up to you.
And also, question about the age. Right. If you're, I may have already talked to you or emailed you, but we'd like you to stay in within the age ranges. But if there's some special case, like you're turning 18 during the trip or something, then we're more than willing to work with you as far as which trip you want to go on. So,
RV Mappa is like Indigo.
Yeah,
Indigo's friends or somebody, maybe
relative parent, maybe.
Say hello to Indigo.
Another question on Instagram as far as, so yeah, we'll give you some demographics when we have all of our applicants finalized about the trip, like where they're from, how many people there are. And the age range really varies. So like, for instance, last year for the summer course, it was like 18 to like 40 something.
40 something.
Yeah, so it doesn't really have a specific like small age range. We welcome anybody who's 18 years and older.
And I would say it's very international.
Yeah, it was, we had quite a few nationalities represented last year, like 8 or 9 or something like that, I think. Same thing for Youth Korea. There were quite a few nationalities. And the ages were from like,
for sure,
from like all the different, from the different age ranges. So from like very young to 17 for the Youth Korea. So we try to give you some idea of who's coming before the trip for the participants. Study your Spanish medicine too. So you can communicate with our Spanish
we have
coordinator.
studytrip.com as a Spanish course, actually. Yeah. So medicine, you can join our study trip to Spain.
And if you study at Alexis Korea and you've like finished a level, you'll get a certificate that says like you finished this level, foundation or beginner or pre-intermediate, whatever it is. So if you need like something that says like you studied a certain amount of hours, then or you finished the level, then you'll get that from Alexis Korea as well.
I mean, also you can, after finishing or before our study trip, you can study longer or stay longer. However, like I said, like we say, summertime is very busy. So in that sense, you need to tell us, after study trip for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I want to stay longer for 1 more weeks, 2 more weeks, is totally fine. But the sooner the better to secure the spot.
Yeah, the summer is really, really busy for Alexis Korea.
And for us, and in general, actually, yeah.
Yes, Korean is good too. Study Korean too.
And Korean is not easy to learn, I believe. Many people say to us for the long term. But that's why there are many people for studying 6 months, 1 year, just because the Korean you want to learn, but it's not easy language, which you understand or not.
Hello, Indigo. Thanks for saying hi.
Cool.
Yeah, if you'd like to come back, then as we said earlier, apply as soon as you can. The trips are very full right now. We have just a few spots left for both the summer course and the Youth Korea course. And we hope we've answered a lot of your questions today, as well as the frequently asked questions we get from email and other sources like SMS from you on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. We're almost out of time here. We know that
4 minutes left.
Yeah. For instance, Instagram kicks us off at 1 hour, so we're almost there. So if you have like 1 or 2 more questions, we have time for those. Otherwise, we'll try to wrap it up here soon. And it's really cold today for some odd reason. It was like not cold at all, and now it's back to like -10 or something. So, and then in the summer, it'll be the complete opposite. It'll be in the 30s Celsius. It'll be about 80s or 90s Fahrenheit. Thank you for all the hearts on Instagram.
I hope you like our live video.
Yeah.
We try to answer and try to support you as soon as much as we can. And also, sorry for the time differences. That's why we try to cover all the hours from all around, which is impossible. But for now, we are saying try to do in the morning time in Korea, so that you can be during our live show. And also, like I said before, if you want us to answer any questions, not just in study trip, or also in general, or like specific, subject, then let us know so that we can do another live video about the subject or other things. Oh, 3 a.m. there. Oh my God, sorry for the time differences.
For the packing list, when would it be possible to get it? Probably
after May,
yeah.
I would say, because we need to make sure everyone has paid for a month, so that we can book it for activities, and then we can say, oh, you need to prepare this and that. So I will say, during the May, we are going to send you, packing list, I believe, which would be kind of fine. Otherwise, let us know so that we can give you from before,
Yeah, if you're say traveling before the study trip and need it earlier, then just let us know. However, it's better if we send it to you kind of after we've arranged all the participants and know our activities. When will we come to Texas? If there's some special event there for Korea, then
because we visit countries, not just only take-home, but also European countries for the promoting our services in Korea. And then Instagram just said we have 2 minutes left, which is scary. 1:48, 47. So there would be a shutting down from the Instagram. Sorry about it. But we are happy to answer you all our SNS, and thanks for joining our live show.
And I'm just answering a question on the chat here.
Mm-hmm. And let us know if you have any questions. Hey.
And if you missed the majority of the video, you can catch it again on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. I believe the live videos actually disappear after a while on Instagram.
After 1 day.
Yeah, after 24 hours. But the YouTube and Facebook videos will stay. So it's the same. Of course, you won't see all the rolling comments, but you'll see us answer all the questions that other people asked. I'm Madison.
Talk to you soon.
Study your Spanish.
Korean first.
Korean and and yeah, again on Facebook we can reply back to you based on what you leave. And on the other platforms it's a little bit more challenging. So feel free to email us as well, or use the contact form on studytrip.com or gogohanguk.com.
All right, then this is
I believe it's the time. Yep. So
Thank you, Instagram.
thank you everybody on Facebook and YouTube as well. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Okay.